Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ezekuli Favor Chinmuba and I'm the host of Tinset Foundation channel. Alright, today we're going to be doing a movie review, an African movie review, and the title of the movie is Nameless. It was released on the 14th of June 2024, and then one of the main actors are Chidi DK, Lawrence Valerie, Oma Iyasana, and then Frances Nwa Bunike. So I'm just going to jump right into my ratings for this movie before we go into the in-depth and why I rate this movie. So basically, I rate this movie, I don't know if I'll give it a thumbs up. Okay, let me just use a rating. I rate it a 6 or a 5. Or a 5. The movie plot begins with a prince who left the village or his kingdom to go to the city and live life as he wanted. Definitely, he was rude, arrogant, wayward because of his background, and then he was living a lackadaisical life basically. In another, in a separate scene of the movie, we had two orphans whom were desperate, who were just finding their way through life, and then it got to a point where they face different traumatic experience, but unwittingly they tried their best to forge forward, including sexual attempts of rape and different traumatic experience. By the way, the movie is very, very touching. If you're looking for an emotional movie, it could be for you. It's very touching actually. Then it got to a point where an orphan, okay, I'm not going to give any spoilers. So it got to a point where one of them was very desperate for money, to the point where she was willing to sell her virginity, or let's just say was willing to sell her body for money, even though she was even a virgin. It got to a point where they cross path. That's the prince and then this orphan cross path with a lot of events in that moment. But did the prince find love? Was he in love? Was he fantasizing? Was he planning to use her or not? That's up to you to find out. But basically, at its ends happily. It ends happily. So let me give my notes on this movie. Like I said before, I gave it a 6. I gave it a 6, and I'll give it like a half thumbs up. So basically, why I gave it a 6 is that, like I said before, it's very, very touching. So if you're looking for a very emotional movie, I'll give it the 8 for an emotional movie because it's very touching. You can you can be able to feel the touch if you're in touch with your emotions, by the way. So yeah, I'll give it a 6. But what's the weakness of the storyline? I just feel, my personal thought is that I feel that it's not relatable. It's not relatable. So what do I mean? I didn't just feel like this can ever happen. I know it's a story, by the way, but sometimes we like our stories to be, because when I watch a movie personally, I always put myself in the shoes of the guy. Okay, I'm a guy, so I always put myself in the shoes of the guy most times. And I'll be like, okay, this can never actually happen. So I like movies that are actually relatable, even if it's a fiction. Let it just be a little bit of relatable. Yeah. So I just feel that the movie is not relatable. Then two, I didn't feel any reason for the royalty settings. But though there was a part where the royalty played, yes, but I didn't just feel like it was. So I'll just give that a 50-50. It's both good and bad. Then the strengths, like I said before, is a very emotional movie. I like emotional movies, so I love that part, which just made me move it to a 6. But compared to other Nigerian movies that came out this year or last year, some did better than this. So, especially when it comes to the storyline, it was more compelling than this. That's why I gave it a 6. So that's just generally for the storyline, and then for the cinematography, that's the camera and all that, and the lighting and the sound. So I'm going to start with the bad part. The sound and the music, I don't like it. It's just whack. The music just made me go back in the days of those movies of back in the days. The song, the music was not just good, but the video quality I think is okay, but it looks like an iPhone camera. So I must say the storyline was a little bit funny. No, not the storyline. The movie was actually funny a little bit, especially because of Chidi Dike. He played a role in making the movie a little bit fun. Most of the times I laughed was because of Chidi Dike, and I was not even I wasn't sure Chidi Dike was able to make anybody laugh, but he did that. So I'll give him an 8/10, and he played his role very well. So including the actress Frances Nwambunike, she really tried in her part. I'll give her a 6. She tried in expressing her emotional part of the story, so she played her role well. But I'll give a very good mark to the queen. So that's it about the role. The main actor did play his role right, and then the main actress also played the role right. Played the role very well to some extent. So the theme of this movie, I'll call it love and redemption, and then the sub theme, which is more important, I'll call it love is worth fighting for, or I would have said the power of connection, yeah, or the power of adversity. Yes, the power of adversity, being able to see things clearly when you are in adversity. Yeah, that's basically what the story portrays from the prince perspective, by the way. Yeah, but I feel like if there's a part 2 of this movie, that this prince may also turn back in his ways if there was going to be a part 2, because I don't believe that someone can just change overnight, which is another thing. Yeah, so what's the impact on this movie? Yeah, it was a very tragic movie, but it's worth watching, and then love is worth fighting for, like I said before. My personal thought on this movie is that you can watch it if you like an emotional movie, but if you want something that is more relatable to life or generally, I believe you should go for something else. But if you want something that is just touching, you just want to get in touch with your emotions and all that, probably actually with a bae or something, it's a movie to watch based on emotions feeling. Yeah, so like I said, I'll give it a 6.5/10. Let me increase a little bit, 6.5/10, because I like emotional movies, but it's your choice. So that's it for the movie review. So I've given my thoughts, but it's left to you to go and watch it and know what you think. Yep, so like I said, I'll give it a 6.5. Let me give it a little bit of spike, because I love emotional movies also. So it's your choice if you like an emotional movie, but if you want something more relatable, more realistic, and with a more concrete storyline, you can go for something else. You can go for something else. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to support our organization, and then support what we're doing. We educate in as much as we do fun things like this movie review. I'm seeing you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.